Alright, and we're off. Starting off with the 1-1 wheel mix. You gotta inhale these two Waldoos. And time wheel. Timing gets a 4-frame window, by the way. Oh, they both got it! Let's go! And Rock's got the recoil mix set up, so he shits a little bit ahead. So this is already a very good start to this race. Alright, so I guess the reason why we want wheel is because it is the, oh my, it is the fastest moving ability horizontally. And it's also, it's not very good against mini-bosses, I'd say, but we find some ways around it early in the game. Starting off in 1-2, the strategy we're going to be using against the Poppy here, we're going to drive up, get rid of wheel, inhale these two Toronto birds, spit it at the Poppy Bro, and bam. Now Rox went for the drive-by setup for that, so he's just cementing his lead even further. Rox is known for going for some of the hardest strategies basically known to man in RTAs. Only ranked 4th, meanwhile MKCocoon is our world record holder of the game, known to be a lot more consistent at this game. But Rock's already showing off a very good run. Alright, later in 1-3 we're going to be switching off wheel for burning. Burning is not quite as fast as wheel, but it's also pretty fast moving horizontally. But the reason why we want it is because it's a lot better against bosses. Particularly Mr. Frosty and Wispy Woods. Ooh. Alright, both of our runners have burning and they are heading into 1-4. This race is very, very close still so far. And I don't expect that to change for at least a little bit. At least not until 2-3. But things can happen. That was a very excellent room from Rox. Oh my goodness. That was also really good for MK. Wow. Ooh. Rox definitely didn't want that Waldo to jump there. But we grab an invincibility candy here. All of those is really make us invincible. Lets us destroy enemies by touching them, but it doesn't deal damages. It doesn't deal damage to mini-boss or increase their speed, which is something that happens in future Kirby titles. Now here comes Wispy Woods. Basically the strategy for Wispy Woods is to rhythmically tap B with burning, and that's Wispy Woods. I'm very curious as to what the final time for Rox was here. A 3:17 World 1. That is very, very good for a tournament race. Wow. This is true Demolition 14,141. But Kirby Nightmare Dreamland is a remake of an older Kirby game, Kirby's Adventure, a game you might be very familiar with, Mr. Former World Record holder. Anyway, in 2-2, the stage Rox is heading into, we will finally be getting rid of burning here. I was trying to think of something better to say, but I couldn't think of anything. It's very early. Ooh, that was hot. That was some really good movement from Rox there to get a triple burn. I'm gonna steal that. Now Rox going for the 2-jump setup. No more burning, cause we got wheel again. Woo! Now, typically runners wouldn't keep wheel past like 2-3, but we're gonna try and keep it as far as 2-5. Basically, wheel isn't thought to be very effective in the Meta Knight arena in 2-3, and it turns out we're right, so what we had to do is basically get rid of our wheel ability star and juggle it across the entire arena. Rock's taking a quick bonk, but still has around the same lead, but this is where we could see a lead change depending on who messes up this or not. Whew! I think there's actually, like, the physics for spitting underwater is actually different in the Japanese version, so that room's actually a little bit easier. I'm not entirely sure, though. At least the strat Rocks went for. Here we go! If Rocks puffs at all or spits an ability star, it will explode immediately, and after a certain amount of time, it will disappear. But Rocks manages to successfully juggle Wheel, so does MK. Nice. I think Rocks managed to save a little bit more time thanks to that water room. I think nobody expected Rocks to win this race, but so far he's showing us otherwise. And I'm very excited. I don't really care who wins this race, because... What? Alright, now Rocks has to pick up Spark here. Alright. So this is where Wheel saves a lot of time, as you can see on MK's screen. Alright, as you can see, Rocks, unfortunately, not able to keep Wheel is a big setback for him. I'm gonna ask Rocks what happened in 2-4. If he doesn't say he got owned by his parents, then... I don't even know. Eat an input, he sucks. Who knows? But anyway... MKCocoon in 2-5, and after this room, we're going to be picking up the best ability in this game. Coming up is High Jump, the fastest moving ability vertically. The next world coming up is Butter Building, which is a very vertically inclined world. But first, we have the boss of World 2, Paint Roller. Boom. Alright, so now we're in 3-1. This is going to include the very first switch we see in the run. Finally, 80% and 100% have a different... is different finally. I'm too tired for this. Anyway, switch touch for MK. And Rocks is gonna... MK, I think, is gonna have to make a very big mistake for Rocks to catch up, and Rocks is gonna have to play very, very well. But, here's the place where we can make a very big mistake coming up. 3-2. 3-2 has, like, really cool high jump movement, but it ends off. It would probably be, like, it would probably be my favorite stage in World 3 if it didn't end off with, Bugsy. Bugsy's pretty infamous in this game for just being absolutely annoying and stupid luck based. On the strat both of our runners here will be doing is keeping high jump. Thank you, MK. I was very worried you were going to use sword for a second. But this is a top level NIDL race. In the door we go, and here comes Bugsy. Bugsy can either walk forward, walk backwards, charge, jump, float in the air, and send out his goons at you. And then when you get hit by Bugsy, at least when you get hit by his body, not under him, he has a chance of doing any of 3 throws. A forward throw, a back throw, or the infamous down throw. Rocks got the pattern he wanted. Another jump, so he's going to start spawning his minions, because it's been 2 turns. And that was very good for Rocks. MK taking a hit, so Rocks was able to catch up a little bit more. I think Rox actually managed to catch up a decent amount there, which is cool. Alright, this is 3-3. 3-3 is like pretty uninteresting other than like one place right here where you can get an input, but if you know what you're doing, you shouldn't get any input. I should probably learn what I do in this room. Anyway, coming up is 3-4. MK used to struggle with 3-4 for a long time, but I'd say 3-4 is... I wouldn't call it one of the easier arenas in the game, because, like, all of the arenas other than World 6 is pretty easy. But this is probably, like, one of the harder ones, I guess. Oh no, MK immediately takes a hit. The strat we are using is keeping... What? I disagreed with him, swallowing his ability on that bottom platform there, but that's a big setback for MK. Rox's arena's already going amazingly. Wow, he managed to catch up quite a bit. This is so exciting. Ooh, he touched that parasol dude there, so there was a big risk of getting any input. But that went very well for Rox. He's already caught up so much. This is crazy. Alright, in the 3-5 we grab an invincibility candy. Overall, this level is very simple, and we just spam high jump cancels and bonkers. The one really cool, oh no, we got an input, is this ending here. Boom, 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 boom. And Rox, boom, 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 boom. That went a little bit better for Rox. Oh no, but he got a 4 on the goal game! Alright, here comes... the KO Boomer. Got him. I've never seen anyone slide off that block before. I don't think that would save time. I think what Rox did there was faster. Ooh, the frog. Rox just barging straight through that room. Alright, switch touch and switch touch. Rox just a switch touch away from victory. Alright, that Sword Knight could have been a little bit better for MK, but for Rox, he didn't need to slide him out of the way. He just gave him the free door entry. This is one of the 2 dark rooms in the game, and after that we have the best room in the game, by far, bar none. The high jump cancels in this room is just amazing. It's just super cool to see this room at a top level. Coming up is Sun and Moon. MK prefers to not guess. Rox likes to guess Moon. But what do you like to guess, chat? MK gets Sun. Ah, I see MKCocoon managed to save time off Rox by not guessing. Oh, and Rox takes a hit! Oh no! No guess, gang. Anyway, coming up is 4-1. MK flexing with the slide there. I don't know what he was doing. Now, I don't like this strat MK does in Room 1, but I like what Rox does here. I do that too. MK says it's hard, and I honestly don't understand what he's saying, but cool. Let's go with it. Anyway, we're going to be skipping the UFOs here and keeping high jump to grab this switch. I don't think the movement in this room is all that cool, but I think the movement in the switch room is actually just super satisfying to do for some reason. Jump, bam, switch touch. And another slide. I've never seen anyone go around the other way. But that might probably be a common thing that I don't do. Here comes the wheel mix. And he nails it. Rock's getting a bad pattern. He's gonna have to go for the backup mix here. Oh, what? Oh no, he got hammered. Ooh, big setback for Rox here. But I have never seen that wall do bounce off that. Excuse me, that cloud wall like that before. Now, we'll only save significant time in the first and last room of 4-2, but overall, MK, he's just going to be cementing his lead even further. He's going to be switching for Spark here. Yes, he is. So it was a early double for both of them. Oh, Oh, he didn't go for it! Dang, there goes his free he had coaching. And Rox, he didn't kill the Poppy Bro before he bounced back, so he wasn't even able to go for the mix. I'm sure if Rox put time into learning the strat, he would go for it, but lately he hasn't had too much time to work on this game, unfortunately. But that being said, both of our runners are still putting up a great showing so far. Alright, switch touch for Rox, and MK's gonna try and keep high jump to this room. Manages to successfully do so. Nice. Oh, some backstory. The race room for, the race room on SRL is titled, Goal 100% Rod vs MK. And I keep thinking Ronan versus MKCocoon, and it keeps getting me. But anyway, MK doesn't do anything special in 4-4, but Rox, we might see him go for the Boomer mix. Yes, he does. Oh, he went for the fast setup, but he still inhaled the ball first. He gets hammered. That's one late off wheel. So what Rox wanted to try and do was inhale the sortie first. And by doing so, he would be able to get wheel 4th on the roulette instead of like something dumb like 13th. I don't know. Anyway, fairly recent development of about 1 year ago is keeping Spark past Fan. Fan's in the chat, everyone. Ooh, so something funny happened to Rox. He got grabbed on the same frame Fan died. Sometimes I've noticed that you tend to get hit by this, but Rox only just got a bounce up, which is nice. 4-4 coming up is one of my 2 contributions to NIDL. And this one isn't actually obsoleted yet. This is the My Strat. My Strat's the best strat in this arena. It saves a second over the old throw strat. MK falling off the platform a little bit at the end, but that was a very well executed My Strat. Does KA have the same amount of enemies in that arena? Anyway, Rox... Oh no, Rox kind of struggling with this arena. Ugh! That spear almost completely owned him. Gets a double star. Oh no, Rox is 1 health here. Oh! The frame drops! He's alive! Okay, now if I were Rox, I would soft reset after this stage. The time save of keeping burning out no soft reset is very minimal. He gets rid of it anyway. What? Okay, at least he didn't just slide that bomb block, or else he would like almost guarantee to get destroyed by that Scarfy. Wait, what? Hold up. Rox takes a death! I'm a little surprised he didn't go for the pep brew. But I don't think Rox knows MK missed the switch. Wait a second, I need to look back at something. I don't have an option to clip? Are you kidding me? Anyway, this is Kracko. Humongous crack. The Great Equalizer. Rotato, come on. Yeah! We gotta see like 2 frames of the Rotato. he went back to get the switch! So is Rox actually ahead right now? I don't think Rox is quite ahead. He's probably like probably like a Krakow fight behind now. But MK has to go out of his way to do TikTok again. Taking a hit. Wait, high jump TikTok? We 3-1 now. Alright, switch touch for MK, and now that he's done, he can just exit and leave the stage. And yep, thought so. Rox is a whole crack singles fight behind. Gets an up and put at the end there, but takes him out fairly quickly, which is nice. I find it hilarious how like everyone's like, so how many switches are going to be missed this tournament? And the answer for that is the only switches that have been missed so far have been by the world record holder himself. Alright, 5-1 is a very simple stage, not a whole lot to talk about here. 5-2, on the other hand, is like easily my favorite stage in the game. I love 5-2. This stage is ranked number 1 on my Nightmare in Dreamland levels tier list. And my reasoning behind this is because this is the very first stage that uses ball, and it is a good one, because all of the strats you can go here are insane. Rox just a 5-2 swim behind MK. It's very nice to see that Rox has managed to caught up a lot. Maybe if he didn't die in the first room of 4-6, we'd be a lot more even right now. But MK first showing off Pot's ball. Now we have ball climb. Nice. Now, the third of the 4 strats you can go for here is Tonkers, and I believe MK will not be going for this one. Nope, just takes him out. Still super quick, as you can see. Ball's damage output is insane. Oh, and this is the last one. I love this room. Yeah, but insane damage output from Ball. Just managed to take out 5-2 bonkers in 2 whole hits. We'll be seeing a lot of the bosses we've been seeing later in the stage 7-2, but they'll be a lot faster, much harder to avoid, and are a lot more tanky in the level 7-2. So look forward to that. This is 5-3, the variety level. We start off with the fastest vertical movement, and now we have the fastest horizontal movement, wheel. 5-3 is a very simple stage, until the very end, where we have a very cool strat at the very end of this room. This is the strat that MK is about to do, discovered by both him and Mr. Shasta. We got the Shast turns. Boom. 3. Alright, just one float, but that was a very well executed Shast turns. Recently I saw Pletty's PB of this game who doesn't actually go for that, but he shows it in his RTA video, and it's pretty crazy to see the two compared to each other and how much time Shast turn saves. It saves like almost like a whole second. It's crazy. Now, 5-4 is another one of my favorite stages. Probably like my second favorite stage in the game. MK, you're bad at this game. Anyway, this is the arena. The arena once again is done without an ability. Bam. I love that ending. That ending's so good. Anyway, here we pick up ball. And we got ball swag. Boom, boom, boom. MK executing a very nice looking double ball swag there. But Rox will be going for something called triple ball swag. Which, I'd say double ball swag is by far the easiest one to go for. I don't really like single if I go for ball swag at all. But triple, there's something that can happen at the end called false speed preservation. And you can be stuck under that platform floating for quite a bit, or you could just die. Alright, coming up is 5-5. I really like 5-5 and 8%, but this is like the first stage that really changes it in the 100% category. No more ball. No ball for Fire Lion. Instead, we got high jump. And fire to light that rope. One second. Alright, switch touch for MK. And instead of using ball, we're gonna be using high jump. I think if, like, at a task level, high jump can actually be faster than ball, but I'm not entirely sure. Actually, I don't think so, because, like, I wonder if in a task setting you could do something similar to Tonkers in 5-2. Oh, takes a hit at the beginning of Fire Lion. He needs to hit him 2 more times with a strong high jump hit. Boom. I'm a little surprised that the corpse didn't just blow up when MK got hit by it. He is very, very lucky to not lose burning there. Now, MK is going to keep burning in the last room of 5-5. Meanwhile, Rox is going to be going for yet another wheel mix. This time save is very minimal, and it only saves time if you nail the wheel cancel at the end. That setup was very quick. Oh, he nailed the wheel cancel. He saved like 0.2 over MK. Let's go. All right, we want to have the game wants to have wheel here, but we say lol nope and mix for hammer instead. Hammer is the very first ability that appears on that roulette, so you can just hold down an A and you'll get it every time. No timing required. Rock's also getting hammer mix. If you make it on that last platform. No, I wouldn't say that's the intended way of getting that switch, because when the game intends mixes, it usually intends for you to let the roulette run out. So I think the intended way of getting that switch is by using the Bonkers mini-boss arena that you can find in the overworld. At least that's what I saw when I looked at a YouTube video, when I was looking for, like, what are the intended way of getting all of those switches. Ooh, I like this trend of going for more standing hits rather than aerial hammer hits against Heavy Mole, but MKCocoon absolutely nailing Heavy Mole. Meanwhile, Rox's Heavy Mole. That's the bloody mole right there. That was perfect. Now, MK is going to try his absolute hardest to keep hammer, but if he loses it, that's okay. Oh! Gets completely owned by the Blipper, unfortunately. But here's our little quick backup. A mix for wheel. MK, you better go for 6-2 stone mix. Alright. Now MK is... Because MK had to go mix wheel, oh, it looks like Rox did too, they're both going to be keeping wheel up to 6-2. I think Rox will be going for stone mix because he is behind. Now, I keep mentioning stone mix. There is a Waddle-Doo and a Crash Bomber in the second room of this game. MK, I believe, will just go, yeah, he'll just go for the stone here. Ooh, never seen that jump forward before. I guess there's a small risk of killing. Oh, that backwards wheel bonk from Rox there. Yeah, basically those two enemies right there. Depending on... Oh, Rox doesn't go for stone mix. He got an eaten input, so he almost accidentally slid into that stone for trying to swallow. But basically, depending on what the Waddle-Doo does, it can... that wasn't a down input, that was an eaten... That was an Eden B input. But he immediately noticed and didn't do anything dumb. I don't go for stone mix because it's hard, but I've given people a flowchart, so they have the tools that they need to do. And if you play on the Japanese version of the game, you can just use your wheel and get stone every time. Or hammer every time, which also works for that switch. There's a little quirk on the Japanese version of this game. We won't be seeing it today, unfortunately. But basically, if you use your current ability star and add that into the pool of mixes... Oh, here comes UFO mix, by the way. 21st ability in the roulette, and MK gets it first try! This is really, really good for MK. That mix has proven to be a huge struggle for Nightmare and Dreamland runners. Rocks... Both of our runners are actually... Oh, is it 19th? Shoot. I think if it was 21st, it would be slowing down by that point. That's like how it is in Darkline, so it probably is 19th. Rocks gets fired! No! Throw's mad! So Fire was 1 late and Throw was 1 early. Third try UFO, so he's basically breaking even with not going for it at all. Who does that strat? Ugh, that hurts me in the inside. But basically, the reason why we want to use UFO here is so we don't have to go out of our way to get laser. And we can hit that laser underwater, which makes hitting that a lot easier without the hothead getting in our way, which is super nice. Alright, 6-4. 6-4 is like a really, really cool stage at 8%, but in this stage, you're stuck without an ability. There's this really interesting strat that I recently saw Pletty go for, where he actually grabs Sword and uses it to get a 4 ability mix after this room. It's really, really cool. And by doing that, you can get Wheel, which I think makes the last room look a lot more interesting, even though it's not actually that much more interesting. Alright, and as you can see, there's not a whole lot to talk about in this last room. Oh, the Nut Shack, shoot. I completely forgot about that. I feel like a lot of people have been forgetting about the Nut Shack. But basically, a while back, it was like a big meme, that vertical room with all those coconuts that take a very specific path to get through. Anyway, coming up is 6-5. We are going to see MK go for the Burning Mix. That was a beautiful water room. I keep forgetting to go steal that strat. But basically, we have a hothead, and if he spawns a wall do. Oh! Oh, he doesn't know how to time this. He gets Cutter? What? So, MK needs to respawn this hothead and just take fire. Just take what you can get. I think MK is a little bit thrown off right now, but this does mean Rox has an opportunity. There was a lot of really neat mixes we were trying to think of, or strategies to get that switch. One of the ones I remember us trying to do was Crash. Ooh, nice. Rox gets the Burning Mix, so he will be saving time in both 6-5 and hopefully 6-6, assuming UFOs goes his way. Meanwhile, MKCocoon, in order to break these metal blocks and get the 6-6 switch, he's going to need to get a double star. Nice pattern for the Sparkies, but he's just going to go for the fast setup he can go for. And bam, there goes those metal blocks. Now, I believe MK should still be keeping his lead here. But Rox has an opportunity to save time in the first room of the stage and the UFO room. I honestly don't understand why MK tries to keep UFO here from the start. It just doesn't work. Oh, Rox takes a hit! Oh, just get a double star, just get a double star, yep. Yep, that's pretty much the best thing you can do in that situation. That's really unfortunate for Rox. Alright, and now coming up is... Am I very far behind? Coming up is the 6-6 arena. The strat MK is going for is very new. I literally can't see what he's doing, but okay, cool. Ah, it's not loading. Okay, looking at the stream side of things. Oh, he tried to go for a double star at the very end. That's so cool. I hear Mennonite. And here comes Meta Knight. 4 health, he should be good for this. Misses the early hit, but so far he's being nice. We got a block. A 2. A 3. A leg spike. And it's done. Now, I don't believe Rox has had enough time to lab out the new 6-6 arena strat, but I'm very curious to try it out myself, because I actually originally came up with the strat that was faster, but then Marsh came up with a newer strat that blows it out of the water. Shoutouts to Marsh, by the way. Marsh, like, basically created this speedrun. I made this smile. And he's just made the run look so much cooler over all these years. It's really cool to just see how far this game has come. MK's in 7-1. He needs to grab Burning right at the end here. That star that he shot out has a short amount of time where you can't re-inhale it, so MK takes that to his advantage. Some runners will try and turn around and proceed to get an Eden input because of the ice and get completely destroyed by the Flamer. But MK knows exactly what to do in that situation. Now, MK mixes ball, and he is going for the Cobra Ball swag. Or Cobra Ball. Cobra Ball. Every time I hear someone say that, they say it differently, so it's tricky. Coming up is 7-2. 7-2 is 8. Oh my gosh, Rox has 1 health. MK gets hit by Bonkers. But, oh no, Rox died! So, never lose 7 to 8 seconds in 7-2. What? That fan, dude. Alright, here comes Bugsy. That's a pattern? What? I think FK's losing 7 to 8 seconds here. Oh no, Rox. Now, MK making the smart decision of just spitting the star out at Fire Lion. But that concludes 7-2 for MK. But we still have Rox. Thankfully, 7-2 is a lot less interesting than 100% because you get a switch right before 7-2. So you should always be going into 7-2 with full health. Rox, please don't get hit. Okay, didn't get hit. Alright, there's not a whole lot to talk about in 7-3, so we're just going to be focusing on Rox's 7-2. Here comes Bonkers. Good pattern from Bonkers. Here comes Fan. Fan rolls. That's what we want. Bugsy. Let's hope Bugsy doesn't do anything completely stupid. Nope, Bugsy has a very high chance of charging, which is what we want Bugsy to do. And Fire Lion. Fire Lion's pretty... What? I've never seen that Fire Lion pattern before, but that was really good. Dang. Alright, now coming up for MK is 7-4. 7-4 is a very tricky stage in this game. This first room is what we like to call the bad Mario Maker level, because it's just full of enemy spam. If you don't take an exact burning string, you're kind of gonna get owned. Picking up some channel points, and MK is now going through the clock rooms. The first two have the enemies in it have very random movement, but the last two should go exactly the same every time. MK should puff that block, but instead takes the risk of sliding it. I think depending on how your movement is... Oh no, Rox lost burning! And now, the reason why MK wants to keep Spark is so that way he can use it against the Grand Wheelie mini-boss in 7-5. The alternative is to use Crash. Crash, unlike its, shoot, what's the opposite of a remake? I forget. Unlike KA, it will not take out the Wheelie in one hit, and the Wheelie just has a chance of spending 30 seconds doing literally nothing. Rox's stream has cut out. Nice. And MK manages to keep Wheel through the wind tunnel. The wind tunnel shouldn't be an issue at a top level, but especially at a beginner level, it's a very tricky room to get past. I'm getting completely owned by lag right now. Dang. And now MK enters 7-6. 7-6 is the KDL 1 level, based off of the very first Kirby game. This stage is always fun to watch. I think a lot of really good wheel movement, but there's some pieces of BS later in this stage. Alright, here's Float Islands, and the second room of Float Islands. Let me just check the SRL room. I'm not too sure what's happening with Rox. This room with the Kabu. Ooh, that Kabu was not being... He gets completely owned by the Gordo. If this race was a little closer, then this could be big for Rox. You basically can't get through that Scarfy room without Wheel, without getting hit. At least once. Now, at the end of this room, MK is going to be going for the ball mix. It's the very second ability in the roulette, so you still gotta time the 4-frame window. But as long as you do like the same hand movement every time, you should always get it. Alright, coming up for MK is DDD. I'm down to blame internet issues. Ooh! That was not the pattern MK was looking for, but it actually... He did manage to get like a fairly quick DD off of that, which was nice, despite taking a hit. Now, funny thing with DD is that if you either stay in ball or float, then it takes 1.5 seconds, then it takes 1.5 seconds shorter for that cutscene to load. Why? I literally do not know. Can someone like check if Rox's stream is like still running or something? Alright, by the way, MK is on the Nightmare Orb. That was beautiful. That was a very, very good Nightmare Orb. It's the one... Oh. They are back. Forfeited. Rox unfortunately has forfeited from today's Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland race, so MKCocoon is your winner by default. I really wish this wasn't the way this ended, but MK has shown off some really excellent NIDL gameplay today. What in the world? I don't think Rox will be joining us for an interview after this run. But basically, with Nightmare basically does the same thing every time. So you just need to properly time your wand hits, or star rod hits. Alright, MKCocoon is your winner of today's Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland race. Sup, Rox?
I am so mad. That was just
Get your bike.
Yep. Hi.
Hi.
So they restarted your internet without asking you at all?
No, that's the thing. They did ask me. I said it was working fine, and I need it right now. Can you just wait for a little bit? And I literally.
And then they reset it anyways.
Yeah, I was pretty Melaskin family the entirety of that race. In the entirety of World 1 and 2, my brother would not leave. He was playing Smash on my Switch, on my bed. I told him to get out multiple times, and he just would not leave at all, and he was just doing his best to annoy me. All right, and then he so I was like, no, and I was just I don't even know how I got 317 World 1. That was insane.
Yeah.
And then
What? So 2-4. What happened in 2-4?
I don't know. I was just mad. So I was going. I was telling. I was like looking at because I know I was in the wheel jump. So I was looking over, to just like Alexander, shut up. And then I look over and I'm dead. I'm like, what? I hit the B button like 8 times. So I was really mad there. And then and then he finally leaves at World 3. Okay. So my World 3 is insane. It was like 4x pace.
Oh, dude, your World 3 was so good. You caught up so much.
Yeah.
My World 3 was insane until Semifinals where I lost like 10 seconds. But it was still a 5:01, so that tells you anything.
No signal.
I had a 5:19 World 3, so it was awful.
And then World 4,
Hit by Bugsy, terrible arena.
Yeah, I was like a frame late on that
happened
twice.
in 4-6 MK. I literally had to go back and clip it just to make sure you got the switch. You didn't.
Yeah, I got a 43 missing 4-6 switch, so that's cool.
I got a 43 missing 6-2 switch once.
But yeah, no,
Rox, why don't you go for Stone Mix?
I didn't know where I was. I didn't know if I was ahead or behind. I was just assuming I was behind. So I was just playing it safe.
I got a down input, so I slid to kill
you slid the stone?
Sword guy. No, the sword guy. And then so I grabbed fire, and I was so disoriented by that I forgot to switch after.
So he comes back. He comes back World 4. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Is this when you died in 4-6?
No. This is.
Why did you not soft reset before 4-6? By the way.
Because I thought I was gonna be able to play it safe. I just got bodied. That hothead would just. I was.
Just looked away, looked back, and you're dead.
Yeah, I was. That wasn't even fair. I played it so safe on the frogs. No, but like in 4-3 he comes back, and then he starts playing guitar.
In your room?
Yes.
Does he do this like on purpose to annoy you?
Yes, he does. And he starts singing.
Yes, he does. I've seen it.
Like, I do. And the thing is, my parents aren't home right now, which is the only reason I'm able to race right now.
Why didn't you literally during a warp start or cutscene, just grab him and throw him out of your room and then lock the door or something?
Because I didn't have time. And also my door doesn't have locks on it. My parents have taken locks out of the doors because they don't want us locking our doors. And then I can't, Quill. I can't. And so yeah. So at this point,
I didn't know locks on doors was a normal thing. TBH.
So after being a minute behind after World 4 to my PB, my brother finally leaves around World 5-ish, 5. I forget where, 5-3, 5-4. And then my World 5 is actually really clean. I'm really good for World 5. And the start of my World 6 is decent, but
it was really good until 6-6 and
until
6-3.
Right as 6-3 started, I get a phone call from my dad.
Oh,
no. And if you know anything about my dad, he likes to talk forever. Okay?
So how long were you in said phone call?
Through the entirety, from the very end of 6-2 until midway through 7-2.
Holy crap! What the?
It started off by talking about
burning mix.
Yeah, don't ask how. Start by asking hey, what do you want from Starbucks? And then I'm like, I don't want anything. I'm fine.
Dang, what a nice guy.
Then he's like, wow, I was thinking about your project. I'm like, oh God, no.
Oh no.
So then, yeah, 6-6, 7-1. I was just like, oh my God. 7-1 was so stupid. I'm so mad about that. That was just me being an idiot. Same for 6-6. That was just also me being an idiot. I don't know, that Meta Knight was insane. I was playing that so safe with 1 health.
I think something cut out during Meta Knight. I think, I don't know.
Oh no.
I was having our TMP issues all over the place apparently.
So in 7-2, my other brother comes to my room. Okay, he says, "Hey, is your internet working?" I'm like, and then I go check OBS. I'm like, yeah, it's working fine. And then he's like, "Hey, can I go reset the internet? It's not working for me." I'm like, no, wait. Can you wait 10 minutes? It's like, no, I need to right now. I forget what he said. He was something about Minecraft. And then I was like, just wait 10 minutes and then you can. And then he says, okay, shuts the door, and then he goes downstairs and then he resets the router, and then my internet goes off.
Kekel.
And then that's when I wee off, run downstairs, and yellow.
Good.
Dude, I would have throttled him. Seriously.
I would have if my dad would not have killed me.
That's ridiculous. You want to like redo?
No, it's fine.
No.
I no, it's fine. I would have lost anyway. That sucks though. That run was really solid aside from the parts where I wasn't getting. Except for
If you redo the match, MK's just like gonna get like the same run, but not miss the 4-6 switch anyway. So Rox would like literally need to PB to beat him.
That's not true. I only lost 30 seconds probably for 4-6 switch. So if
Oh,
he got
only 30? Because I guess you had to go all the way back to World 4 to go through the door, then go back after you got
a crazy time loss. Not the worst switch in the world to miss. There's worse.
Yeah, you can miss
Like 5-4 switch.
6-3.
6-3. How can you miss 6-3? That's the one that you can't miss.
You do UFO mix and then just keep going.
I think as long as you don't go through like, even if you like go back through the bonkers door, you can still go back and go hit the metal block. Like the levels like very open in that way, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
But once you go into the room that's the warp star, you can't go back.
Yeah, so in my last 2 races I've forgotten to switch, so that's cool. I think that might also have to do with me passing any percent recently, so maybe I should play Hondo again before I race whoever's in the winners finals. Because whoever's in the winners finals is gonna own me if I miss a switch, so I can't afford to make that mistake again.
I'm so mad, and now I have to freaking play demo. I don't want to play demo, dude.
Rox is gonna lose Papega.
Bacon.
You know what Demo said the other day?
What did demo say the other day?
He said his primary goal for NIDL is to get 42 before you, so he can see you be really mad.
I would
not
literally delete my
nice.
Twitch account.
That would also be pretty funny.
Yeah,
I mean,
it would be.
No. It's like also like I have not been able to play this. This is the first time I played the game in over a week.
I've gotten so many channel points in
because
MK stream. Oh my goodness.
No, this was the first time I was able to play the game in over a week, or like exactly a week. I forget when the last time I played this game was, because I've just been in school hell. Like the only reason I was able to do this race right now was because like both my parents are at the house.
It's a movie right there.
And it's just I just have not been able to play because I've just been in school hell, and yeah, life sucks right now.
Oop, you got this, dude. Just like what, 2 more weeks and you'll be done?
June 5th, so yeah, 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Wait,
Alright. So I'm just gonna quickly update the challenge bracket. I'm not entirely sure if we have another race coming in a second.
I don't think so, because no one's in the tournament.
But MK will be facing the winner of Quill versus the winner of Thomas versus Wakaza.
And I will be playing the winner of Demo versus Ruiner versus the winner of Dark Soul versus the loser of Thomas versus Wakaza.
Yeah, Rox.
So Demo.
It would be really great if like you didn't have to play the game again until like once you're done with school. That would be like, I feel like that would be really good for you. Then you could start practicing a lot of the new things like 4-3 wheel, 6-2 stone.
Yeah, I mean, Rox is the TO.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna purposely do that just so I don't get absolutely owned.
I agree with that decision.
Because this is I don't know. I scheduled this I didn't realize how hellish this would be for me when I scheduled this tournament for this. So, oops. Yeah, Geo predicted Thomas would be you. Geo has Thomas going to losers finals. Okay, don't listen to that.
All right, thank you all so much for watching. Today was a great race.
No, it wasn't. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you're right. But coming up tomorrow is Thomas versus Wakaza, Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time.
1 a.m. 10
Thomas versus Google Dinosaur.
Tomorrow night, I might be able to come. David versus Go Google Dinosaur Goliath. That's a good submission comment.
Alright, thank you all so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.